Okay. Are we live? Looks like we're live. Welcome to the live stream. Volairen here. And we are going to continue playing Stellaris. Because Void Forged is a thing. Being able to be Void Dwellers as a Machine Empire. Sounds like a good deal, so I'm trying it today. We got started with it the last stream earlier today. But we're going to continue it now. I don't know for how long. You know, I just, after I streamed, I went to the gym and I, you know, I feel all right today. Actually. So I'm ready for another round. So yeah, when I left, we were going to decide what tradition I was going to pick. Now, really, I'm looking at all these, and I mean, there's virtuality. What does it require? Transformation situation. Well, I don't know a lot about that. I have to play some more, but discovery, I mean, just for pure research would be good for that. Let me put my stream on. So now expansion, you know, the star-based influence is cool. New colonies or new population for new colonies. Mechanopop assembly speed. Starbase upkeep, I guess, is okay. Empire size from systems and planets. Now, empire size from planets, I'm not sure if that also affects my habitats. I'm assuming it does. But even if it doesn't, empire size from systems, it isn't bad. I don't think I'm gonna have as much system as I normally do. But everything else in the expansion tree is a direct bonus to what I'm doing. Especially the one additional pop. That is definitely helpful. Now let's look at what Discovery has. So, research alternatives, that's very helpful. Now survey speed, that's useful, but not long term. Because at some point we're going to stop surveying. So, leader pool size, I don't really care about that. Leader experience gain, yeah, that's okay, but not like the most valuable thing in the world. The research station output, increase. That's good. From Starbase Constructions, I can't even think of anything off the top of my head that produces research from Starbase Constructions. But I'm sure there is. Or else I wouldn't have it. So, but that tells you how little of that there is out there. So, only like one of these, and calculator upkeep, that's useful as well. That's good. But there's only 2 on here that can, well, 3 that can possibly help. Compared to expansion, where pretty much every one of these is gonna help me in some way. So we're gonna go ahead and go for expansion.
Council agenda available.
I don't always go for expansion, but in this case, I think it makes sense. I really do. We're gonna do discovery next, because that's like one of the only things left other than the other stuff that's I don't really care about. Let's see.
Construction completed. Construction completed.
I want to get an energy grid. I think I have enough money to make one. Yeah, let's make an energy grid. This will be my new generator station. Okay, let's get the clock rolling.
Anomalous readings registered. Construction completed. System survey concluded. Construction completed. Construction completed. Knowledge is the key to the universe.
And we'll claim that. Okay, so there's synthetic crystal plants, but then there's destroyer. As a general rule, I always pick up strategic resources as they pop up. Like, they're #1 priority. Because so many times I have been tempted to skip them, I skip them, and then I don't get them for the rest of the game. So, to prevent that from happening, we're just going to get it as it pops up. As much as I would like to take Destroyer, I'm not in imminent danger of going into conflict, as far as I'm concerned. So, they like me pretty good. They're not going to go to war with me. So, now they're equivalent. All right. So, anyway, let's just keep going here.
System survey concluded. Construction completed.
Hey, just want to say thank you for your beginner guide, playing through a few multiplayer games with friends once a week. Hey, that's always fun to be able to pull that off, man. Like, this is a fun game to play with your friends. And thank you. I'm glad it helped you, man. You know, stick around. You know, yeah, that tutorial I made, you know, that beginner guide is probably my greatest work. Like, as far as how much effort I put into it, how much time it took, how much work. Because it was really like it was 10 parts? It was a lot of parts. And I put them all together and made it into one big video. And it didn't do nearly as well as I wanted it to do, but it still did all right. And even doing all right, it got me a lot of watch time. So, well, thanks, man. Yeah, I get that a lot. That it's short and to the point, and that makes me feel good because that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Because like, I don't like a lot of bullshit. Now, I mean, if I'm streaming, that's one thing, or if I'm putting out traditional long form content like streaming or whatnot, or I'm not editing, that's one thing. But like, when I'm editing and I'm rolling hard, like, if I can explain it in 60 seconds, then I'll put it in a short. I won't make a 30-minute video about it, you know? Yeah, so yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad that that's working for you. Anyway, welcome to the channel, by the way.
Construction completed.
Now this has volatile modes, so probably should take this over.
Construction completed. System survey concluded.
I think we can make another complex. We can make it here, a mining complex here, but what about this system? This has a planet on it. We probably, it won't let us invade it, but we don't really need it. Just thinking which one of these systems would be a good candidate for another habitat. I don't think we have star bases. I just haven't built any hydroponics bays on them, so I'm going to change that right now. Decided to use solar panels at that time. I actually want the energy a little bit more. This would actually be good to have reactor districts, reactor habitat. So my empire, I am playing a for the first time ever, I'm playing Void Forged, which up until Machine Age came out, it's basically void dwellers for machines. So I'm basically machine void dwellers. And you couldn't do that until Machine Age came out. But it's kind of tricky and weird. I didn't know you could do it until now because, like, it was kind of hidden. You had to pick Gestalt first, or you had to make sure your species was machine, and then pick Gestalt, and then you go into Origins and it changes to Void Forge, and you pick that one. That's the Void Dweller's origin, and then from there you pick Gestalt, and then Synthetic, Empire, and and then pick your Civic. So that's basically what I did. We're playing Rogue Servitor, so I'm trying it on Rogue Servitor first, but I plan on trying this with Determined Exterminator and German Assimilator as well. See how those fare. I think Determined Exterminator will do really good. Will do really good with Void Forged. I'm not sure about Driven Assimilator. That one, yeah, that one I'm not sure about. But actually, I need to get one of my construction ships to move over there. Probably down there. We need to make more construction ships.
A new world of opportunities awaits. Construction completed. Construction completed.
Thought for a second that my science vessels might be idle.
A new world has
That's
been
never a good thing.
colonized.
Okay, we got a new planet. So this one, let's see what's here. Okay, this one's going to be for mining. So it's got a lot of industrial districts too. But I need to get my minerals up, and then sorry, that's my phone. And then I will get I get my mining districts up, then I can start working on industrial districts. So we're going to take some construction ships, and we're going to put orbitals on each one of these planets to have the minerals on them. Except this one, because we kind of get a boost from this. I don't want to lose the alloys either yet, but I will eventually. So,
We have detected an anomaly. System survey concluded. Anomalous readings registered. Construction completed.
okay, let's look at our habitats. We have quite a bit of minerals now. So in our capital, we got another district. That's interesting. Because I remember we didn't have any before. So building orbitals does make a difference. But our planet size is the same. So that's okay. You know what? I'm done. I'm gonna look at this up online. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go, okay. So, well, what I really need to know, does habitat does orbitals increase district amount Stellaris? So the internet says subtract. Okay, only major orbitals increase the max district count of the habitat complex. So let's try that out. Let's see if AI is correct, because sometimes it isn't. You have to check these things. So we got are there any more major orbitals that we can do? We could put one right here. We have plenty of mineral gain now, so grab one of our construction ships and have him build another orbital. And when you're playing this build, you've got to have a lot of construction ships. Because you're making a lot of... It's not just you're making habitats, but you're also making orbitals for each one of those habitats. So, and you're claiming systems and building mining stations. So it's like
Anomalous
3 times as
registered.
much workload as what you're used to with a normal empire. Unless you're also building habitats for the empire.
Construction
later on.
completed. We have detected an anomaly.
You know what I want here? Let's see, do I have enough alloys? Yeah, I do. Okay. I want this to be my industrial habitat. I also need a habitat for fortresses. So I think this right here would probably be a really good candidate for that, but I don't have enough alloys at the moment. So
anomalous readings.
Gonna have to hold off on that.
We have detected an anomaly.
Let's go back to our habitats. So now this, we don't have to do anything with this. This is already set up where we need it. Now, they built exotic gas refineries. They're going to do that. I think we need to keep building orbitals. I think we need to max out the orbitals on this. Yeah. So, see here. Lots of majors. I think, actually, not always, but I think a good rule of thumb, unless you're going for specific resources, is to build the major orbitals first and then build the minor orbitals afterwards. So we have Starbase influence cost. But no, the one pop is very valuable. Now each orbital habitat I build is going to have an additional pop, as I call it. Hey Medusa, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Let's roll the clock here.
Knowledge is the key to the universe. System survey concluded.
Terraforming is kind of pointless, to be honest. Well, I mean, we could make machine worlds. That's true. We can make machine worlds. Machine worlds always have max habitability. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong about that. But honestly, I'd rather go for ground defense planning. I can get terraforming later if it's really important. It's not having it isn't gonna hold me back, basically. Yeah, let's go for lifespan.
We have detected an anomaly. Construction completed.
See here. I'm thinking about making some more industrial districts.
System survey concluded.
Council agenda ready.
Colony development speed is good.
Anomalous readings registered. System survey concluded.
It's got another orbital built, so we can get 3 more mining bays. Why not?
Anomalous readings registered.
Max out on consumer goods. Let's sell some. Yeah, 18,000 credits. That's pretty nice. Yeah, our economy's doing really good. I like it.
Anomalous readings
No complaints.
registered. Construction completed.
We probably should make more ships. Much as I want to make another habitat. Oh, we can colonize. Go. This is... What's this one going to be for? Oh, okay. This is going to be mining as well. I think. No. Hmm. No, this is going to be a generator. It's going to be for energy. I like to label them because I forget, because I have ADD, so it makes it easier to remember.
Council agenda available.
System survey concluded.
Chemical plants. Have to get
System
it.
survey concluded.
I'm gonna have to go with mining subsidies. That's too powerful to pass up. And it's hard to... Sometimes it's hard to find. It's hard to pop up. I do need to make a fortress habitat, though. So I think it's going to be this one. I'm just going to name it to... But I have to conquer it first. Let me see. Orders. Why don't you take that over? I'm going to turn that into a fortress habitat. Put a bunch of fortresses on it.
We have detected an anomaly. System survey concluded. Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Ooh, more fleet command. Ooh, more influence. This is tough. I don't like to make a habit of passing on fleet command, so I'm not going to. Passing on fleet command is never a good idea.
Construction completed.
Okay, we need to start building research districts here now that we have the minerals. And we're going to turn this into a research station. Put it on auto.
A new world of opportunities awaits. We have detected an anomaly.
I think I'm going to take this over too. So I think I want this. So I I want this to be fortress. And I want I want this to be for farming.
Anomalous readings registered. Construction completed. System survey concluded.
Okay, this one is going to be for energy. And I'm out of minerals.
System survey concluded.
I like assembly speed. Let's do that.
Construction completed.
We have enough alloys for another habitat. Oh, this one's done. Colonize that. So we'll get
System survey
more
concluded.
more industrial districts and more alloys, which will be great.
System survey concluded. System survey concluded. Anomalous readings registered. Construction completed.
I think we'll do resources. And this one is for more influence. More influence is king. That is what you always pick. So this is a research station, but it has mining bays. Where's this at? No, this is a mining station. This is not a research station. I probably could fill these out though.
System survey concluded. Colony establishment has begun. We are being hailed. System survey concluded. Construction completed.
Now, this could be a good candidate for a generator habitat. That's always good. Perhaps this one as well, yes. That one's a good one. So you basically... Good night, man. So basically, you want to let the resources on the system decide what kind of habitat you want to put there, generally. So if you look at a system like this, now this could go either way. You could have this be a mining station because it has two mineral deposits, or you could have it be a energy credit station, energy credit station, generator station, because it's got two energy credit deposits on it. So I'll put an orbital here and there, which we probably should do. Wait, no, I'm not doing... I don't have anything there yet. I'm not doing that yet. But I could make another habitat, so... I already made one there. I'm building one there, so we take this one, build the farming habitat. But yeah, there, you'd want to reserve that for either a mining station or a generator station. But let's say something like... Try to find one. Let's say something with multiple research deposits, like the gear and the sphere and star, the physics symbol, the photon symbol. Say you had a couple of those in the same system. You had multiple deposits, like in this one. You do. So like you definitely want to make this a research station. Because each one of those deposits is going to give you 3 research districts that will give you tons of research. Speaking of research station. Alright, so I'm gonna go like this. Yeah, that didn't do anything, but from now on they'll be putting drones into calculators.
Research concluded.
Because we need to get our science up. Okay, we got the mining hub, which is great. Now we'd be stupid not to pick destroyer. So now we need to go to our mining stations. And unfortunately, nah. What we're gonna do? We're gonna replace. Well, first, let's buy some minerals, and then we're gonna replace that synthetic crystal because we don't really need a lot of that right now. With mineral purification plants. That's going to greatly increase our mineral output. We already have 7 workers on it right now. I have 27. So that's going to give us a boost. And we're going to do the same thing with this planet. Now this planet doesn't have that many workers. But look, it's got an empty... We need to put a machine plant on there. I'm surprised I haven't already. get a couple habitation districts. Let's buy 5,000. So when we get this slot opened up, we're gonna build a mining hub there and further multiply our mineral production.
System survey concluded. A new world has been colonized.
This is industrial, so we're going to go. We're gonna make it a foundry station because we're doing just fine with consumer goods. We don't need a factory station. We don't need even an industrial station. We just need straight alloys.
Council agenda ready.
We have detected an anomaly. Construction completed. System survey concluded. Construction completed. Research concluded.
Ooh, upgraded power grid. Yep, definitely going to do that. Speaking of which, we need a... Okay, we have an energy grid. That's good. We need another energy grid. We're going to build a couple districts so we can get some more building slots. Now, this needs an orbital built on it. Now, eventually, I want to build all the orbitals that I could possibly build on each system.
Concluded.
That's probably the most optimal thing, especially for this build.
Anomalous readings registered.
So this game, we're doing pretty good. We're in pretty good shape. If you can get an ally immediately into a defensive pact with someone immediately, like, you are almost immune from getting rushed. Might want to move some drones to the research station. Yeah, totally. Let me... I don't think I had any population. Okay, they're starting to fill it out a little bit. But I could resettle. I do have a lot of energy credits relative to where this stage of the game. I don't really need artisan drones. Maybe I can turn them into... Oh, no, I don't... Okay. Great. Moved a little bit over there. I don't want all my consumer goods going. Is it feasible to go to war with your neighbor? You know, I thought about it, but honestly, I think he's much more valuable to me as an ally right now. And his fleet power is superior. And the problem, you don't really want to be... You don't want to get into a lot of wars right away when you're starting out as a Void Dweller, because you don't want to spend those alloys on ships. You want to put those alloys into making habitat. Yeah, like, so that's kind of my strategy here. I would rather, what I want to do, my plans for my ally here, I want to vassalize him, but peacefully if I can. Once I start getting industrial habitats and get my alloy gain raised through the roof, then I can start pumping out tons of ships, and that will raise my fleet power, hopefully to the point to where he will vassalize on his own. Now, I could always propose vassalization, you know, then again, I think I could propose vassalization even if I'm not stronger than him. But that's a lot harder to do, and I'd have to like give him my resources to make it work. So I'm actually pretty comfortable with where he is right now. Now, if I was determined exterminator, absolutely, I'd be crawling up his ass right now. Like, absolutely. Like, I would not have even hesitated. I would have just been like, "Oh, there's a guy. Go to war. Get his stuff." You know what I mean? But in fact, okay, he is biological. So now I got lucky. He's a criminal syndicate. If I had been a biological empire, like if I had been non-Gestalt, that would have been very bad for me. I probably would have had to restart, or take him over and like integrate him or something. Okay, they're not exactly friendly. Where are they? Okay, they're right up ahead. All right, so we bumped into these guys. So they're belligerent, they're hostile, and I think they're crusaders. Doesn't mean they have the civic though. So they are more likely to go to war with me, but I don't think they're going to go to war with me as when I have this. So, like, but it does put pressure on me because, like, if they were friendly, then I'd be business as usual. But since these guys are potentially hostile, I'm going to have to keep pumping out ships, which I was going to do anyway. But yeah, I mean, okay, we got a worker, we got a fabricator, that's good. Oh, another tradition.
Anomalous readings registered.
Now, first thing we need to do... Okay, we need to colonize this. So... All right, they're making a colony ship right now. And hopefully it's going to come down and it's going to come up here and colonize the fortress world.
System survey concluded.
Yeah, so... Oh, you're right. Thanks for reminding me. I do need to send... You know, in fact, relations are actually improving, so... I forgot. It's been a bit since I played, so... We can actually get good relations with this guy. I have a lot of envoys, which... When you're rogue servitor, you want to have a lot of envoys. Because it's better... I mean, it's your nature as a rogue servitor. Be friendly to all. You know, except the hostiles. Like, rogue servitor wants to be friends with everyone. You know, for the most part. Like, it's the friendliest. If you want to get all RP into it, like, they're the friendliest empire. You know... I think you can actually get bad bonuses now for like purging if you're a rogue servitor. Or if you purge other aliens, other rogue servitor empires will be less friendly to you. You'll get an opinion debuff. You'll get less opinion. Hard to put into words. Okay.
System survey concluded. Colony establishment has begun.
Oh, this one's ready for colonization. We'll load that up. I want research. Actually, okay, so we get a farm habitat. We have generator habitats. We have mining habitat. Let's see. Actually, I need to sell that. I don't actually do monthly trades anymore. The reason for that is because it is way too hard to keep track of that while everything else is going on. Because what happens is when you do a monthly, it drifts over time, and next thing you know, you're like spending or you're losing resources, way more resources than you intended. So there's this like running away effect if you just keep monthly trades going. Instead, what I do, let's say I want more minerals. So instead of setting up a monthly trade, what I do is I just buy them. I buy them bulk. That's what I do. Now, with consumer goods, like it was maxed out, I just bulk sell them. Okay? Is that the most efficient like, is that the most min-max thing to do? No, of course not. Like, you know, I could, in theory, micromanage that, but I don't want to. Put it that way. I don't want to. It's much easier and more fun for me to just smack a button and fix it and kind of play whack-a-mole that way. And then when I need something, I can just go in, okay, say I need food, okay, I've got now the trick is I can only do this if I make sure that I'm, you know, always positive in energy credits, or, you know, do what I just did with the consumer goods. In fact, I'm just going to sell more of it. I don't need 10,000 consumer goods. So is it perfect? No. Like, I don't need this much food. I probably could sell some food. Actually, I'm going to keep food where it is, because my experience, food will go down over time. Like, it will get neglected. You will neglect it unless you're doing what you're not supposed to be doing, which is focusing on food, which you shouldn't do that. So, but speaking of food, we got our farm habitat scheduled for colonization. So we're going to let that colonize.
We are being hailed.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure either about the max. Oh. Hey, look, see? Now, he wants to be a subsidiary. I don't know about that. I don't like... I mean, the 30 plus resources is great, but I'll tell you what I like to do. So we're going to decline. Okay? But we are going to vassalize them. So whenever an empire tries to self-vassalize like that, you can accept, and usually okay, but like what I like to do is I like to decline. They will always accept vassalization if you propose after that. So we go to propose subjugation, and then now we're going to leave it integration prohibited. Now, I only do independent diplomacy if it tips the scales into getting what I want. So I try to keep it on restricted voting when I can, because if you get into a federation stuff, it helps you a lot. Or, you know, in the galactic community as well. So restricted voting is a pretty good thing. If you can get away with it, I would keep it on just restricted voting. Expansion permitted. I see no reason why they can't expand. I mean, like, that's when they get stuff. In a sense, I get stuff. So why wouldn't I let them expand? Now, there's some situations I've run into in the past where, like, I can count on one hand where I've said no, I don't want them to expand. But now what I really like to do is go to basic contribution. So I like to set it to 15%. I don't really need 30 because you don't want to choke out. You don't want to choke out your vassal unless you hate them. You know, I like to do this. I like to do 15% to everything. And then they won't. We can just keep it defensive. Now, they do not like that at all. Okay, so it's looking like we're probably going to have to make some adjustments here. Well, let's see if I did no overlord conflicts, and then all their conflicts. That changes it to 600. So, but I don't think it's a good idea at this time to not be on a defensive pact situation. So you want holdings. You always want at least one holding, and I'll show you why afterwards. You sure they were trying to vassalize me? Maybe. Let's take all this away. Because what you can always do is, you just need to get their foot in the door. That's the strategy. Yeah, so I guess they were trying to vassalize me. Well, that's a blow to my ego. That usually doesn't happen. Okay. Yeah, I'm just not pumping enough ships out. This is the tough part about. Yeah, this is the tough part about void dwellers is in the beginning. Now I'm floating some alloys. I was going to make some habitats out of that. I mean, let's see. Do I have storage yet? No, I don't. So we'll just make more ships.
Knowledge is the key to the universe. System survey concluded.
They have a lot of planets. That's their strength. And like, yeah, when you're spending, you know, 1,500 alloys a pop on your planets, it's really hard to support a strong navy, you know? So the computer's going to try to take advantage of that in the beginning. Don't let them. You know? So we're just going to stay strong. And
A new world has been colonized. Knowledge is the key to the universe.
this is a fortress. So what we're going to do is we're going to build lots of habitats. We're going to build a machine assembly plant. Now, I hate the designation bonuses on a fortress station, because like they should have like at least a like worker resource bonus to it, or soldier output, but they don't. So I feel like almost times like it's a waste. But the reason I still do it is because I'm telling the automation what to do. So I'm telling automation by making this fortress station that, hey, I want you to make strongholds and nothing else. So I'm negative in energy credits, so that's something I need to look at. Yeah, we should probably get stronghold. Could always get some more solar panels. So could get some more anchorages. But I'm hoping that we just make more fortresses. What's the deal with this here? I think this could be a fortress as well.
System survey concluded.
Hello, friends. Okay, what do we got here? Well, looks like we got some more friends. Oh, they're in a Federation. Balls. Like, I think federations would be more fair if you could combine federations. But like, even if you get into a federation, these, like, unless you fight them, there is no way to get them off the board to, you know, subsume them. Like, there's no way to conquer them without just, you know, going to war with them. Like, they should allow federations to make new federations, like combine together. Like, into one federation. Yeah, I'm not a fan of federation starts. I think that needs to be tweaked. But we'll deal with it, whatever. We're just trying this out. It's not the end of the game. It might be later, but there's a lot of stuff here. I probably should start scooping that up.
System survey concluded. Construction completed.
Council agenda ready.
Construction
These will all be
completed.
fortresses.
Construction completed.
In fact, I'm just going to queue them up
Anomalous
right now.
readings registered.
Favorite society or finding the voice? I think favorite society is more important. Now, I'm not too worried about the negative energy credits because I'm still getting lots of other resources that I can just sell. So as long as that's going on, I'm okay.
Knowledge is the key to the universe. We are being hailed.
They want a non-aggression pact. I have 4 influence. I don't really want to spend the influence on that right now.
We have detected an anomaly.
I'm not satisfied with my alloy gain. That's not going to get me ahead.
System survey concluded.
I think we'll make this an industrial station or a foundry station. I don't have enough alloys yet. Okay, our alloys just jumped. That's good. Okay, what should I build? And what should you build in your capital system first when starting? Okay, you should do both. You should put up at least one research lab in most empires. Usually, you want to put at least one research lab, and then you definitely want to you know don't don't use up all your minerals, but for as many minerals as you can allow, you want to keep placing industrial districts. But that's not always true. It really depends on the build as well. But if you're just playing a standard empire, yeah, I mean, I usually make industrial districts on my capital. And now, I have research districts, so I didn't need to make research labs here in this case. But if it was just a normal planet, I probably would have plopped a couple research labs down.
Construction completed.
Yeah, no problem.
Situation log has been updated.
Well, here's the thing. If you build enough industrial districts, like and don't make your capital a forge capital or anything like that, if you make your capital a forge capital, you will run into that problem because it will turn what would normally be turned into consumer goods. Instead, it's going to shift that to alloys. And so you won't get enough consumer goods to make enough research, or you'll run low on consumer goods. But if you do too much research, I mean, you got to make sure. The other thing you do, make sure you have I'm bad with names. Where is it? Okay. Make sure you have alloy foundries. That's something I get on all my capitals. Make sure you get that too, because it also increases the amount of jobs that you get. Plus, now here's the other thing too. Your strategy for getting alloys is going to be different depending on what empire you are. So in this case, I don't want to make a lot of industrial districts until I have a lot of mineral districts, because as you can see here with void dwellers, minerals get turned into alloys. But see, now with research, that's always going to be the case. But with research, energy credits gets turned into research points. They don't even use consumer goods. So if you're playing an empire like this, you don't give a shit about consumer goods at all, really. Not that much, other than with Rogue Servitor for your population. But what you care about is energy. So you don't want to put too much research out, or you could choke yourself from you could spend all your energy and get a collapse that way. So you got to be careful with that. But 1 or 2 research labs in the beginning is no problem. Like, you know, just do it. But like, yeah, and starting planets too. Like, yeah, like James says, like, you know, generator, minerals, like, you got to get those things established quickly, immediately, as soon as you can. And the rest, you want just to be, you know, forge, and then you want to use your building slots for research labs and whatnot, you know. Now, other thing I like to do if I'm not doing habitats is I like to take small worlds that don't have a lot of districts, and I like to turn them into tech worlds. That's what I like to do. And then I put them on auto, so it automatically makes research labs for me as they're needed. See, I like to use automation. Now, if you don't like automation, you know, there's players that they don't like automation, they never use it, you know, because they just manage it all, and they're really good at it. And I wish I was that good, but I'm not. So it just depends on what you can handle, right? And level of skill. So I don't think there's anything wrong with using automation, but if you can, but ideally if you are comfortable with making every little adjustment yourself, then you can always do that. And in theory, you will perform better as long as you don't have ADD than automation would. That's my opinion on it anyway. Yeah, like, now, for me, what happens to me later in game, I can't help the amount of food I get, you know, unless I'm low. But I find when I'm extra, I mean, unless I trade it, which I could do, but like I said, I already told you how I trade, you know. It's very hard in this game to force your gain to be a certain number on any different resource. Like, what I do instead is just to focus on increasing it or decreasing it. So, you know, if I have above 0 food, I'm good. Like, I don't really care. But if I'm really negative in food and I look at my store and I don't have a lot stored, then yeah, that's a problem. But otherwise, yeah. And you should try, like, I don't make... Yeah, you can't change the automation settings. That is true. But with food, a general rule of thumb is you want at least one of your planets, just one, dedicated to making food, or a couple, depending, because there's some empires, again, it depends on your empire, right? Some empires use a lot more food and they have more uses for food than just, you know, keeping their population and, you know, than just feeding their population. I think food's the most useless resource, but honestly, but I mean, let's get honest here, but so yeah, but like with food, generally you only need a couple of worlds for that, if anything. I show the menu. Okay. What am I looking at? Yeah, and that's the other thing you want to do, especially in the beginning of the game, you don't want to make a farm world right away. What you want to do is, not permanently, this isn't a permanent fix, but in the beginning, if you just get your star bases and you make hydroponics bays, those will get you for a little bit. Yeah, those hydroponics bays will get you for a little bit on food. And also, when I'm doing this game, I'm using solar panels. That's another thing you can use your starports for as well. Continue the game.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Alloy Mega Forges is tempting. I think, pardon me if you hear people talking. I don't think you can hear them, but usually doesn't come through. I'll do Alloy Mega Forges. Ah, we're picking that one. Man, I would almost think it was worth it. I would almost rather like the computer pick all the traits for me instead of having to sit here every 5 seconds pausing the game and looking at leader traits. Honestly, dude.
Council agenda available.
But I know that that's very bad, like, in the long run. You're missing out on a lot of bonuses if you do that. Because the computer will pick the dumb stuff that you don't want. Most likely. Okay, so our alloys are going up. Okay, he's building a complex, another industrial habitat, so... Now we've got some more space for fleets, so let's go ahead and reinforce some more.
Construction completed.
Our alloys are going up. This is good. This is good. This is what I'm looking for. But I want to get even higher. I want to get like at least 200 gain. That'd be great. We could get that. Let me look at something real quick. Let me see how long am I stream here for. Spending about an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, I think maybe I can keep going. I don't want to burn myself out though. Well, let me see the stats on this. It'll give me the damn stats. Whatever.
Research concluded.
So this one would be a good generator station as well. And we are kind of low on energy credits. So I think... Ooh, research complexes. Yes. Let's go ahead and call it a stream. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thanks for the engagement. Appreciate you guys. Glad you guys stopped by. You know... Oh, wow, our research is doing pretty good too. That is good as well. So I will see you guys later. If not tonight, hopefully tomorrow. But anyway, thanks for coming out, and I will see you next time.